Good evening. We are going to start our program now. I'm Nadia Abares-Kassad, Executive Director of the Renee Mowat Foundation. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and welcome to the 2024 Renee Mowat Foundation Dinner. Tonight, we are fortunate to be joined by one of the leading vocal artists from Lebanon, Aziza, who will perform the Lebanese national anthem, as well as Lebanese-American classical singer, Christy Zaylah, who will perform the US. Please rise for the national anthems of the United States and Lebanon.
كلنا للوطن للعلا للعلم ملء عين الزمن سيفنا والقلم سهلنا والجمل منبت الرجال قولنا والعمل في سبيل الكمال كلنا للوطن للعلا للعلم كلنا للوطن.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Aziza. You will hear more of Aziza later on this evening. We come together again this evening to honor distinguished Lebanese Americans for their outstanding achievements and exemplary service to our community here at home and abroad, while at the same time preserving hope for Lebanon. I would like to read a short poem, and I really appreciate your attention to this one because I think it's very apt, if you don't mind being quiet a little bit. It's a poem that is written by one of our former board members some 28 years ago. and it aptly describes why we're gathered here tonight. And it's entitled, Give Them Nothing Less Than Pride. Know them, for they are family, friends, and loved ones whose faces have been blurred by time and distance. Listen to them, for they are family, friends, and loved ones whose voices have been muted by agony and fear. Reach out to them, for they are family, friends, and loved ones whose hands have been frozen with apathy and despair. Smile to them, for they are family, friends, and loved ones whose eyes have gone dry with sadness and grief. Love them, for they are family, friends, and loved ones whose hearts have been crushed by suffering and sorrow. Give them nothing less than pride, for they are family, friends, and loved ones whose dignity has been tested by hardship and need. Let their faces shine with laughter. Let their voices echo with hope. Let their hands feel abundance. Let their tears run with joy. Let their hearts fill with tolerance. Let their dignity soar and soar. Sadly, nothing seems to have changed. The Lebanese are still striving to lead a dignified life at home, which is why our diaspora is so large and global. There's a saying, leadership is not about being in the spotlight, but about shining the light on others. We at RMF would like to shine the light on you, the diaspora, tonight's generous donors and distinguished honorees who have been and continue to be the lifeline for Lebanon. We would like to shine the light on our RMF board, that is our mainstay, our pillar, our compass, whose unwavering support has sustained RMF all these years. We are grateful to our MC, Ambassador Ed Gabriel, president of our compatriot organization, the ATFL, for officiating tonight's program. Thank you to Munchies and Villayara for yesterday's and this evening's reception foods. To Asma, Cynthia, and Rada for doing the beautiful centerpieces on your tables here in this hotel. To Sami Hussein and Messiah for tonight's delicious wines. And to our many volunteers and silent auction Lebanese American artists. Last but not least, any organization as long-standing as ours would be remiss if it does not embrace and cultivate its future leaders who will carry the torch forward for Lebanon into the future. Such are the co-chairs of tonight's host committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me and welcome Cheyenne Mawood and Ralph Nader.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Cheyenne. And I'm Ralph Nader, and as most of you already noticed, I'm not the other Ralph Nader. And I promise you, for those of you who have heard this joke 2, 3, 4 times, it might get retired fairly soon. But we are very, very happy to be here at the ATFL Gala this evening.
This is the RMF, right?
This is the RMF Gala, sorry. We kid. Obviously, very close relationship between our organizations, and we couldn't be happier to be here. It is an honor to be here, but it did take a little bit of convincing to get me up here today, because as I look across the room and right next to me, I see people that are way more deserving of hearing from, and whose stories you really need to hear. And I'm grateful that Cheyenne will have a lot more talking time than I will. But as you know, if you've ever dealt with Nadia, it is absolutely impossible to say no to her. And without her, this doesn't happen. So if you don't mind, if we can take just a minute to just acknowledge Nadia and the work that she does to put this together. Thank you. while we are joking about ATFL, we are big supporters of our RMF, and my family and I, my parents included, Francois and Micheline, who were honored by RMF a couple of years ago, but unfortunately couldn't be here this evening for travel. Just couldn't be more proud to be part of this organization and support the organization. There's very few organizations that work on behalf of the Lebanese people the way RMF does, and it's truly a pleasure to be up here this evening.
Thank you, Raf. As I stand here tonight, I cannot help but remember the incredible woman who made all this possible. Watching her as a child was my greatest inspiration. Naila Mawad, you are deeply missed tonight. She's the one who brought me to RMF. She's the one who brought me to RMF, where I experienced Lebanon from the north to the last village in the south. From each village, I have a story to tell. Together, we dreamt big and took daring steps. We built solar energy projects at a time when no one in Lebanon was even thinking about it. We helped Lebanese farmers export their produce to the EU, showcasing the potential of Lebanese agriculture. We empowered women by helping them start small businesses to avoid being forced into early marriages. We trained municipalities on decentralization, an idea widely discussed today, but championed by RMF long before it became a national conversation. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your support and the vital funding from international donors such as USAID. As a Lebanese American, I'm proud to say that the support of USAID and our taxpayer dollars changes lives. For 5 years, my work at RMF was filled with hope and dreams of a brighter future for Lebanon. And then came the Beirut blast. In a single moment, everything we had worked so hard for felt shattered. That week, I was planning to host a famous photographer from National Geographic to promote hidden sites in Lebanon under an RMF tourism project. But my dreams for Lebanon turned into rubble alongside the port of Beirut. My development work had turned into emergency relief programs, hot meals, reconstruction, and emergency aid. I tried to keep going, but I couldn't. Like so many young Lebanese, I left and moved to the US again for the second time since high school. I carried with me anger, a broken heart, and pain. But even in my darkest moments, I just couldn't give up on Lebanon. Yet, I wanted to tackle the policy side. That's why I joined the American Task Force on Lebanon. It gave me a chance to fight for Lebanon in a different way. Instead of seeing Lebanon stuck in endless cycles of emergencies and relief, we work towards bringing it back to the path we once dreamt of. Strengthening our US-Lebanon relationship is the key to help Lebanon. Like me, many of you here tonight have left Lebanon because you couldn't bear to watch it fall apart, and yet you haven't given up. It's yours.
And speaking of individuals who never give up, never lose hope, our MC tonight is another great example of devotion and somebody who is absolutely committed to a brighter future for Lebanon. Many of you already know him. He serves as the president of the American Task Force on Lebanon. And anyone who knows him knows how deeply he cares about Lebanon and how much of himself he pours into it, whether through RMF tonight or any other organization that supports the cause. I've had the privilege to see him in action for the last few years. And I can tell you, I can't tell you actually how much I admire the way he does things and the way he goes about getting the mission accomplished. I'm sure you've all heard the old adage, they don't make them like they used to. I'm not sure that they ever made them like Ed. The amount of conviction, character, and selflessness that goes into what Ed does in a diplomatic way is certainly one of a kind. So it is an absolute honor for us to say a few words about him this evening.
Ed Gabriel, the volunteer president of ATFL, has led ATFL with incredible dedication, defying the odds to stand by Lebanon when it needed us most. By the way, we've made him an honorary member of my village, Zgharta.
So please join us in welcoming Ambassador Ed Gabriel to the stage this evening. Thank you.
Very nice of you. Zgharta, 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 Zgharta. Everywhere I go, people are from Zgharta. And you know, when Lebanese meet each other, the first question is, where are you from? I am simplifying things. I go up to people and say, you from Zgharta? Now, I have to say, though, that Cheyenne, the kibbe from Zgharta is the best. I hope my mother's not listening right now. I'm not from Zgharta. My father, but I am Lebanese. My father came to this country in 1910. My mom was born to Lebanese immigrants who came in 1895. I did not see Lebanon until I was 44. And that's thanks to Peter Tanis and the ATFL who took me. But according to my DNA, 100% Lebanese from the north of Lebanon. My story actually speaks to everyone in this room, any member of the diaspora, and we would say you can take the child out of Lebanon, but you can't take the Lebanon out of the child. So thank you for all that you're doing. And there's no exaggeration, you know, in this room. We literally, the people in this room and the diaspora around the country, I don't know if Gerard can hear me right now, but the people in this room and the Lebanese diaspora contributed $7 billion last year. Thank you. You have saved Lebanon for now. Give yourself a hand. We have many special friends tonight and family here. I see faces of those who have been showing up for RMF in Lebanon for years. Your dedication means the world to us, of course. It's important to state that we are all together tonight as one in the fight to help Lebanon. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, right or left, Zgharta or not Zgharta. Also, I see a lot of new faces tonight and younger faces. It should give all of us immense pride to see that the next generation is falling in love with the country of their ancestors. So thank you all for doing what you do. As we speak tonight, you know Lebanon is enduring the intense assault on its territory. Israel's ground invasion in the south, airstrikes in Beirut, bombardment of Tyre and Baalbek have killed and injured tens of thousands of citizens and destroyed Lebanon's already crippled infrastructure. Lebanese authorities cite that more than 1 million people, probably 1.5 million, are now displaced, which exacerbates an already uncontrolled refugee situation. It's just too much. The state, its borders, its institutions, not to mention its people, are hanging on by a thread. And that's why we're here tonight. Because we have hope. Why else would we be here? We have to have hope. At this point, let me give another shout out and to give a big applause to Nadia Abarizik, who really has helped us. The collaboration between RMF and ATFL has proven that when organizations come together and support each other, it can bring exponential value to the impact we have on Lebanon. Really, this is the spirit of Nela Mawed, isn't it? She taught us years ago that no matter who you are, what you do, we are stronger. We are stronger when we come together. Her home is the house of peace, where she would bring people together of different origins, countries, political aspirations to find common cause in the name of building a stronger Lebanon. And that's why we continue tonight in her name. Now, part of the equation, of course, is the strong support and the partnership we have with the Lebanese embassy here in D.C. Wael Hashem is chargé d'affaires at the Embassy of Lebanon. I call him ambassador. He's been serving at this post since January of 2018. By the way, that's maybe one of the longest serving Lebanese ambassadors to the United States. Well, I'd like to know, are you trying to compete with Nabi Berry? You'll have a few more years to do that. In all seriousness, no, let me just say that Wael has been here during some of the most trying times for Lebanon, when the U.S.-Lebanon relationship was never more important with the United States, and Wael has been instrumental in nurturing it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I know you, those of you who know Wael, we speak the truth. It's my pleasure now to introduce His Excellency, Wael Hashem.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it pleases me greatly to be with you here tonight at the Renee Mawad Foundation's annual DC Benefit Dinner. As I look around this room, I am reminded that this gathering is a testament to our collective resilience and unwavering commitment to Lebanon, especially in the face of immense challenges. As we are all painfully aware, Lebanon is enduring one of the most difficult periods in its history. The ongoing war has brought devastation to our beloved country, with many lives lost and many more displaced. The humanitarian crisis is severe, and the road to recovery is long and difficult. Yet, despite these hardships, we are here tonight, united in our support for Lebanon and its people. RMF has been a beacon of hope during these critical times. I extend my deepest gratitude to MP Michel Mouawad and his dedicated team for their tireless efforts. Your work has provided essential relief and support to many Lebanese families, and it is truly inspiring. I congratulate the honorees and thank them for their generous support. I want to also acknowledge the contributions of Mrs. Nadia Abirizk. I will not forget USAID also. As we gather in solidarity, let us remember that our strength lies in our unity and resilience, for it is only together that we can overcome these challenges and build a brighter future for Lebanon. Thank you for your unwavering support and for standing with Lebanon during these trying times.
Well, are you from Zarta? I'm sure you're nearby. As you all know, if I can get your attention, we can get out of here early tonight and go to the bar, but we need your attention just for a little bit. So I know it's tough. You'll have plenty of time during dinner to have a conversation. As you all know, RMF has been at the forefront of responding to Lebanon's humanitarian needs since its inception. All of us here tonight share pride in supporting this organization's excellent work under the direction of RMF's Executive Director, my little brother from Zarta, Michelle Mawad. Let's learn a little bit more about Michelle and the work RMF is doing and they've accomplished over the years. Let's run the video, please.
According to the Human Rights Watch report, which describes the worsening situation in Lebanon, more than 80% of Lebanon's population are without access to basic rights like education, health, and a basic standard of living in terms of housing and electricity. Yet with the generous support of the Lebanese diaspora, the true voice of Lebanon, donors, and partners from all over the world, the Renee Mawad Foundation managed since 1991 to undertake countless initiatives and develop numerous programs all over Lebanon in order to empower human beings and build their capabilities while preserving their dignity. The human being in Lebanon is at the core of Renee Mawad Foundation's mission. Its vision is to achieve human, local, and community development, as well as sustainable economic development. A holistic humanitarian response, especially during the crisis and emergencies, is one of RMF's top priorities. Children in Lebanon are exposed to child labor, child marriage, and other forms of violence. RMF is focusing on ensuring the well-being of children and youth through educational activities and projects, in addition to protecting them from any sort of abuse or neglect.
كنت اجي على المركز الصراحه لما كنت اجي احس حالي كثير مبسوطه ومتحمسه لاجي، صرت اعرف انه انا لازم كمل ولازم حقق طموحي ولازم انا ابني مستقبلي بايدي، من حقي ادرس، من حقي اشتغل، من حقي ابني مستقبلي.
RMF has implemented a variety of livelihood and economic growth activities to increase job opportunities, enhance market access for startups and SMEs, promote initiatives, entrepreneurship, and introduce circular economy approaches to ensure sustainability.
نحن عائلة بنشتغل مع بعضنا، نحن أول شيء 4 خيات وأولاد تبعهم، نحن كان عندنا المعدات كتير بسيطة، هلا صارت الأشياء متطورة أكثر، صار الإنتاج يطلع أحسن وأكيد نقدر نعمل كميات أكثر. بدي أشكر مؤسسة رينيه معوض وبدي أشكر USAID لأنه عن جد عطونا دعم كتير كبير ودفشونا دفشة كبيرة لقدام.
كان بحاجة لمساعدة والمساعدة اللي لقيتها من مؤسسة RMF، رجعت وقفت على إجريي، أثبتت من خلال مساعدتهم إنه ما في شيء رح يوقفنا، واللبناني هيك معود كل ما ينكسر بيرجع بيقوم أقوى.
بعد الأزمة اللي صايرة عنا بفرجي العالم إنه نحن بعدنا موجودين وعم نشتغل والطاقة ذاتها، وهيك بده يضل الحماس موجود وفرجيهم إنه في حماس بيضل داخلنا وبيعطي هاللوحات وبيعطي هالفن هيدا.
The Renee Mawad Foundation has always believed in the strategic role that the agriculture and food processing sectors play in the economic development of Lebanon. It is one of the first NGOs to work in the sector and one of the first to adopt a holistic method that touches all points of the value chain.
من أهم عمليات اللي بيقوم فيها المزارع هي موضوع إنه يسوق بضاعته ويسوقها بأسعار تكون مقبولة ونقدر نخلق أسواق لهي البضاعة. السنة الماضية كان عندنا الحظ إنه نلتقى بأشخاص من مؤسسة رينيه معوض، قالوا إنه هن قادرين إنه يساعدونا بعملية التسويق. عملنا نوع مقابلة مع شركة اسمها TFC وقدرنا عملنا تجربة معهم ب3 كونتينرات وكانت التجربة جيدة اللي خلتنا بعدين ننتقل لأنه نعمل نحن هون عقد بالنسبة للسنة هاي إنه يقدروا يسوقوا من 300 ل 500 طن من بضاعتنا بالعالم.
The Renee Mawad Foundation also believes that empowering unions of municipalities and municipalities, public institutions, and improving their governance are imperative to achieving effective decentralization, which is the sole means to improve citizens' lives within a transparent framework that allows accountability.
قبل الطاقة اللي تركبت عنا كنا نستعمل موتيرات المازوت، ما حدا وقفنا على اجرينا الا الطاقة الشمسية اللي خلصنا من قصة المازوت. أنا بدي أشكر USAID مع مؤسسة رينيه معوض اللي هن نبذوا لنا هذا الموضوع لأنه خلونا نشرب والمي حياة.
RMF used the health and social safety net as a key component of its overall goal, which is to protect the underprivileged and provide them with the assistance they need to prosper. In the midst of a worsening economic crisis, a financial meltdown, political and social instability, the Renee Maawad Foundation is always keen on working towards mitigating the effects of any emergency through short-term, mid-term, and long-term strategies.
Please welcome to the stage Michelle Maawad. Michelle?
The war will end. The leaders will shake hands. The old woman will keep waiting for her martyred son. That girl will wait for her beloved husband. And those children will wait for their heroic father. I don't know who sold our homeland, but I saw who paid the price. I cannot find stronger words to picture what Lebanon and the Lebanese people are going through than this quote from author and poet Mahmoud Darwish. Excellencies, dear friends from RMF, tonight I will not talk about how we have been dragged once again against our will into a war that is not ours, or about who is selling our homeland and using it once again as a battlefield for others. Nor will I engage in the necessity of building an independent, democratic, free, and truly sovereign Lebanon, a Lebanon of peace and prosperity, not war, with a strong state that detains the exclusivity of arms and controls its borders and enforces the rule of law over its territory. This is an existential political battle that we are committed to and that we all owe to the generations that came before us and to those that will come after, so that they will not have to live once again the hardship imposed on us. Khalas in Lebanese. Tonight, I want to speak to your hearts. Tonight is a call to stand by each other, upholding unity and human dignity, as beyond geopolitical interests and political divide lies a tragic reality. The Lebanese people, all the Lebanese people, are the ones paying the price. 3,000 people killed, more than 200 of them children, around 15,000 injured, entire villages and towns reduced to rubble, billions of dollars of losses. You know, when I hear that we have passed the $10 billion losses, I still recall as an MP and as a member of the budget committee that we had passed 3 days discussing how we would be able to pass the budget of Lebanese university from $10 million to $15 million. Those $5 million took us 3 days, and the $10 billion destruction took a few hours or a few weeks. Over 1.2 million displaced, forced to flee their homes with nothing. All this in a country with an already crumbling state, financially distraught, ravaged by corruption and black economy, and struggling to stand. And yet, even in the darkest hour, the Lebanese spirit shines through. Across every confession, every political divide, every ideological difference, we witnessed an extraordinary unity. Communities came together to help, to support, and to offer refuge to the displaced. This is the truth of the Lebanese spirit, unbreakable, resilient, and filled with hope. It is the spirit that sustains us and reminds us that no matter how bleak the circumstances, a united Lebanon will rise again. RMF stands as a testament to that hope. For above 30 years, we have proudly built an organization, a reputable and professional organization with a clear mission, keeping the Lebanese sustainably rooted in their land. An organization that works all over Lebanon, from Akkar in the north to Nabatieh in the south, from Beirut to the Bekaa, and that has broken all the barriers of political, geographic, and confessional affiliations to cater for the human being in Lebanon and their dignity. An organization that has demonstrated compliance and transparency, and most importantly, that you can trust. RMF has become a main partner to you, the diaspora, but also to tens of international institutional donors and NGOs. USAID, Andrew, thank you for being amongst us. UN institutions, World Bank, the EU, GIZ, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, just to name a few. Through these partnerships, we have made a difference in every village, in every community, directly benefiting 200,000 Lebanese only in 2023. We have developed a value chain approach in agriculture to export Lebanese produce, and not our youth, to new markets. Working with 3,000 farmers, we have created in the last 5 years 10,000 sustainable jobs. We have sustained livelihoods in underprivileged areas, working with municipalities. RMF has developed projects with 40% of the municipalities of Lebanon, 40%. As well as with local communities and SMEs by fostering local and circular economies. We have also worked with these rural municipalities on renewable energy and water and sanitation infrastructure to keep their communities rooted in their land. We have fought child labor and gave a new chance to children through alphabetization, school support, non-formal education, and technical education. Though our motto is to teach people how to fish rather than giving them a fish, unfortunately, what Lebanon has gone through in the last few years, from the financial meltdown to the war we are going through, without forgetting the Beirut port explosion, all this has pushed us to ask for your support to upgrade our humanitarian services and develop a relief response. Thanks to your support, we have leveraged our already existing medical infrastructure and launched in 2022 the Medchronic program to offer much needed medical services and monthly chronic medication to almost 4,000 patients. Thanks to you and Medchronic, we are now working with US relief organizations like Project Hope, Muslim Aid, and MAP International to ship to Lebanese hospitals medication and medical disposables in exchange for them offering hospitalization support to patients in need. We are looking that in 2025, RMF will be able to support hospitalization for about 10% of the Ministry of Health capacity. Last but not least, from day one of this war's outbreak, our commitment was to stand by and support our fellow displaced Lebanese. With your support and that of international organizations, RMF's comprehensive emergency response to this national tragedy has had a major impact. We are sustainably supporting more than 10,000 people in more than 52 collective shelters. So for you to understand, out of the million or 1.2 million Lebanese displaced, there are around 20%, that means between 200 and 250,000, going to collective shelters. Out of those 200,000, RMF alone is sustainably supporting 10,000 and comprehensively supporting 10,000, 5% alone. And that means providing food, including daily hot meals, essential kits, and medication. We are also, now that while I'm speaking, rehabilitating 30 shelters ahead of winter, because those shelters are unlivable in winter. They need electricity, they need heat, they need wash infrastructure. We have organized in these shelters also safe spaces for children and youth to support their education and their mental health with psychosocial support. Finally, we are adapting also our cash for work projects in agriculture, like for instance in olive oil or in olive harvesting, to bring income to displaced and at the same time support the host community farmers. This holistic approach is now being adopted by many donors. And as we are speaking tonight, and I got the news just this morning, UNHCR has tasked RMF with comprehensively managing an additional 50 collective shelters, meaning those displaced in schools, and mapping 2,000 additional families, so 10,000 additional people, residing in individual shelters and to distribute to them cash assistance. Tonight, more than ever, we affirm our unwavering commitment to our land, to our people, and to our communities, to the children, to the mothers, to the fathers. All of them deserve better. As I conclude, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our supporters, our generous donors, each one of you who made the journey to be here tonight, and those who could not make it. My heartfelt gratitude also to the RMF US board, to our chairman, Dr. Joe Jabra, to the whole board, to our executive director, Nadia, where is she? To our MC, we're opening green cards for Zgarta. To our co-hosts, without all of you, this uphill battle will not be possible. Thank you for continuously believing in and supporting RMF and its mission. And thank you for your immense love for our Lebanon. Together, we will preserve hope. God bless you all, and long live Lebanon.
What an inspiring speech. Don't you agree? Michelle, that was very presidential, if you ask me. As we stand with Lebanon in addressing its humanitarian and financial crisis, RMF remains a crucial lifeline. The Foundation's inception of the Med-Chronic Initiative has already made a huge difference, supporting over 3,100 vulnerable patients and their families in just 1 year, 3,100 patients. However, the availability of equipment and medicines is starting to get short. On top of that, ongoing hostilities in the country have left 1.5 million people to seek shelter in the north, thus adding more pressure to an already complex situation. Now, if you'd please kindly direct your attention towards the screen, we'll give you a sense of RMF's emergency relief response and its Med-Chronic program. The voiceover, I should say, is done by Rani Mohammed Shatta, son of the late ambassador to Washington, Mohammed Shatta.
Once again, we, the Lebanese people, find ourselves victims of a war we did not choose. Our children are living the nightmares of generations past. Our people are being killed, our homes and cultural heritage destroyed. Our economy is on its knees, and over 1 million Lebanese are currently displaced.
جيت مع أهلي، مع أختي ومع خيي، وأنا جوزي متوفي، يعني عندي صبي عمره 12 سنة. يعني نحن يعني كثير تعذبنا لو وصلنا لهون. كنا فاتحين محل خضرة وخيي محل فرن، وأنا ساكنة مع أهلي يعني. وكنا نشتغل والحمد لله كانت ميسرة يعني. يعني صارنا سنة نحن عايشين بالحرب، بس مش مثل ما بلشت إنه هجرنا وهيك. الصراحة كثير صعبة. كتير كتير كتير، يعني أنا أوصل على السيارة وأرجع، أقول أنا لا مستحيل، ما هي ذات عم يعملوا كل يوم هالشيء. بس لما شفنا هالعالم خلص، يعني أنا خيي خلص ما عادش يتحمل الوضع، فكتير لقيناها كتير 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 يعني اختنقنا. معاناة النزوح صعبة كتير يعني.
We at RMF have stood at the forefront, providing essentials like food and medicine, rehabilitating shelters ahead of winter, empowering children and youth with educational and psychosocial support, and most importantly, preserving hope.
أنا اسمي زينب من بلد الحج حسان، جاي من الهربة. جينا لهون في حرب، بعد ما يخلص الحرب بدي أروح على المدرسة، بدي أعمل هندسة كهرباء.
Now, more than ever, we need your support, and together we can uphold human dignity and preserve our Lebanon against all odds.
So, as you have seen and heard, the Renee Mawad Foundation is leading an emergency response initiative aimed at alleviating the suffering of the internally displaced population. Now more than ever, Lebanon needs us. By contributing to the RMF Foundation initiatives, you can directly improve the lives of those facing serious challenges in northern Lebanon. RMF runs 2 community kitchens in Akkar and Zatar. Zarta, excuse me. I'm thinking about the kibbeh, I guess. And its goal is to serve 1,000 people daily at the cost of $6 a meal. So all in all, it takes $6,000. Think about that, because we're going to hit you up in a second. The monthly cost per patient for chronic medicine is $20. So $2,000 will cover 100 patients per month, whereas the cost to rehabilitate one shelter is $12,000. These are all doable. So as you can see, our generosity will create lasting impact. To donate, please turn to the back of your programs, and you'll be able to see, be able to choose what services you want as well. If you need help in processing this, we got a whole slew of staff waiting for you to hold up your program. They'll come to you and help you with it. And I hope we see some of those during dinner pop up. Should you need any help, just let us know and we'll help you raise that money. We want to thank you all for the continuing support you've already given and the generosity the diaspora continues to give to literally save Lebanon. So now, believe it or not, we want you to enjoy your dinner. You have earned it. And remember, the silent auction is open till 8:45, so thank you. Okay, this is the first notice for everyone to sit down, please. This is the hardest job of the night. Friends. Hello. Cheyenne, I need help. Can we get some people to help us get everyone to sit down again, please? Who would like to leave before 11 o'clock tonight? Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Gerard, help me. Gerard, help me. So let me just thank our dignitaries and the representatives who are here with us tonight. First of all, let me thank two of the most important members of Congress to this cause. One is Darrell Issa and Darren LaHood. We have watched them defend Lebanon in the halls of Congress, and it's quite amazing what they're able to do. They're not only articulate, but they're committed to the U.S.-Lebanon relationship, and we could never do enough for you two, that's for sure. Thank you so much. And then we have an honorary Lebanese, Eric Swalwell, who's with us tonight. Congressman, and one of our new congressmen, a brand new congressman, Arab American, Abraham Hamadeh. Now, I'd also like to just recognize the many U.S. government employees who are in this audience, not only USAID, but state and other departments. Luana, you lead the charge here. So thank you to all of you who serve your country, serve our country, I should say. Lebanese members of parliament who are here is Raja Saad, Nadim Jamail, and of course, Michelle. Thank you for being with us. Also, of course, you know, Wael Hashim was here and he delivered remarks. Thank you, Wael. And Mohammed Kashan of the Embassy of Saudi Arabia. We'd like to thank you. USAID, Andrew Plitt, Senior Deputy Assistant Administrator, Middle East. And also your whole Lebanon desk team. They're just a remarkable crew. Give yourself a yell out. Another guy who stepped into the breach and has really been helping us out a great deal, Russ Headley, Director of Jordan and Lebanon at the White House. Thank you, Russ. State Department, Thomas Rosenberger, Director for Levant Affairs. Thomas, the members of Parliament that were here this week said they had a great meeting with you, so thank you. The Lebanon desk officers, Zed Tarar and Quinn Rask. Now, I haven't seen them, but I'm told that Jihad Azur is here, Director of the Middle East. So, Jihad, thanks for being with us. We got to catch coffee soon. Let me also recognize people who have given so much to this country. Ambassador David Hale, Ambassador David Welch, Ambassador Amal Mudalali, Sheikha Ava El Thani, We didn't get a chance to say hello, but hello. And my dear friend, Sheikha Rima Al-Sabah. Now, I'd also like to recognize another person who I've just gotten to know, Masad Bulus, Masad has done a remarkable job for the Trump campaign as an emissary to the Lebanese community. I had wished that he didn't do such a good job, but he's done a remarkable job, and we're glad that you're among us, and we look forward to working very closely with you. Thank you. So if I missed anybody, please bring the notes up to me, because the worst thing to do is to not be recognized. Thank you. Now I want to remind you that the silent auction will close at 8:45, 15 minutes. Also, have you raised up your programs? There's a little Q code on the back. Raise them up so the staff can join you. There's one over here, one over there. I can't see really, but I'm sure there are a lot of people doing that. So please keep your hands up so the staff can come to you. You know, that's the most important thing we can be doing tonight. And don't forget the silent auction. So I'd like to remind you that this now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome the Lebanese singer and songwriter again, a person I've gotten to know just tonight, Aziza. Aziza, are you here? I heard her earlier practicing, and it was remarkable, so I think you're in for quite a show.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you.
Break a leg.
I will. Thank you.
قلبي سلام لبيروت وقبال للبحر والبيوت لصخرة كأنها وجه بحار قديم هي من روح الشعب خمر هي من عرقه خبز وياسمين فكيف صار طعمها طعم نار ودخان لبيروت مجد من رماد لبيروت من دم لولد حمل فوق يدها أطفأت مدينتي قنديلها أصبحت في المساء وحدها وليل أنت لي يا عانقيني أنت لي رايتي وحجر الغد وموج سفري أزهرت جراح وشعبي أزهرت، دمعة الأمهات أنت بيروت لي. يا عانقيني. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aziza. وجاي من أحلى بلد بالعالم. للأسف هيدا البلد الحلو عم يتعذب كتير وله سنين. أول شي بدي أشكر RMF family for having me, for giving me this incredible opportunity to be here with you tonight in DC. نادية يعطيك ألف عافية، كل المتطوعين، كل الناس اللي عم بيساهموا إنه سنة ورا سنة عم بيكون هيدا الحفل حلو وناجح وعم بيساعد لبنان. يعني بيسعدني وبذات الوقت بزعل إنه أول مرة عم غني بأمريكا وللأسف عم نغني لبنان، لبنان المكسور، لبنان المجروح. فاليوم تحية من واشنطن للبنان، تحية أمل، حب، وإن شاء الله يا رب سلام. Thank you. وطني يا جبل الغيم الأزرق، وطني يا قمر الندي والزنبق، يا بيوت اللي بيحبونا، يا تراب اللي سبقونا، يا صغيروا وسعديني وسعديني يا وطني. وطني يا ذهب الزمان الضايع، وطني من برق القصايد طالع، أنا على بابك قصيدي كتبتها الريح العنيدي، أنا حجرة أنا سوسني أنا سوسني يا وطني. جيراني بالأمطار تذكروني، وبلابل القمر يندهوني، جيراني بالأمطار تذكروني، وبلابل القمر يندهوني، شجر أراضيك سواعد أهلي شجروا، وحجار حفافيك وجوه جدود العمروا، شجر أراضيك سواعد أهلي شجروا، وحجار حفافيك وجوه جدود العمروا، وعاشوا فيك من 100 سنة من 1000 سنة من قبل الدنيا. وطني وحياتك وحياة المحبة، شو بني عم بكبر وتكبر بقلبي، وأيام اللي جاي جاي فيها الشمس شمس مخباي. والله 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 بحبك يا وطني. Thank you. Thank you. بليز غنوا معي. غنوا معي. خلينا كلنا نغني للبنان. وحلوة يا بلدي. أنا وأنتم. I'm ready. كلمة حلوة وكلمتي حلوة يا بلدي. غنوة حلوة وغنوتي حلوة يا بلدي. أملي دايما كان يا بلدي إني أرجع لك يا بلدي وأفضل دايما جنبك على طول. ذكريات كل اللي فات فاكرة يا بلدي. قلبي مليان بحكايات فاكرة يا بلدي. أماني دايما كان يا بلدي مش ممكن أنسى يا بلدي. فين أيام زمان قبل الوداع كنا بنقول إن الفراق ده مستحيل. وكل دمعة على الخدين كانت بتسيل مليانة بأمل إن احنا نبقى موجودين في بحر الحب على الشاطئ. أنا وأنتم. كلمة حلوة وكلمتين حلوة يا بلدي. louder. غنوة حلوة وغنوتين حلوة يا بلدي. أماني دايما كان يا بلدي إني أرجع لك يا بيروت وأفضل جنبك جنبك على طول. قول يا حبيبي انت سايبني ورايح فين. أجمل لحن ده هنغني احنا الاتنين. بين سطرين يا ليل يا عين عين يا ليل. كلمة حلوة كلمتي حلوة يا بيروتي. غنوة حلوة وغنوتي حلوة يا لبناني. Thank you. Thank you. I can't hear you singing. We try again? This one? Okay. Hit it. Come on, you know the song. كلنا سوا. بحبك يا لبنان يا وطني. بحبك بشمالك بجنوبك بسهلك. بحبك بحبك يا لبنان يا وطني. بحبك بشمالك بجنوبك بسهلك. بحبك تسأل شو بني وشو اللي ما بني، تسأل شو بني وشو اللي ما بني، وبحبك يا لبنان يا وطني. The left side is better. يلا يمين. سألوني شو صاير ببلد العيد، مزروع داير نار وبماريد. سألوني شو صاير ببلد العيد، مزروع داير نار وبماريد. قلتلن بلدنا عم تخلق جديد، لبنان الكرامة والشعب العنيد. قلتلن بلدنا عم يخلق جديد، لبنان الكرامة والشعب العنيد. كيف ما كنت بحبها بجنونك بحبها، كيف ما كنت بحبها بجنونك بحبك. أنا قلبي عايدي لا ينساني حبك، وحبي من ترابك بكنوز الدنيا، وبحبك يا لبنان يا وطني. بحبك يا لبنان يا وطني، بشمالك بجنوبك بسهلك بحبك. تسأل شو بني وشو اللي ما بني، تسأل شو بني وشو اللي ما بني، وبحبك يا لبنان يا وطني. Thank you. A break and I'll be back. Thank you.
Okay, now it's the most important part of the evening, the awards. Gerard, I need your help on this side. Darren LaHood, I need your help. I need people to take their seats, please. We have 3 wonderful awards to give out, and we want to honor them for the contributions they've made, not only to RMF, but to the U.S.-Lebanon relations. Please. Maybe my English isn't so good, I apologize. Cheyenne, help me. I mentioned Cheyenne's name and everybody went silent. Must be a Zarta thing. Okay, so please, if we can have your attention, I think it would be an honor to the 3 people who are going to be honored to have your attention. Have you sit down, please, so that we can show the respect and the honor that they deserve. Okay? Okay? Okay. Now it's time to recognize the incredible global impact that the Lebanese Americans are having. Just in honor to these 3 recipients, please. It's my pleasure first to introduce the recipient of the first award this evening, the 24 Distinguished Public Service Award, presented to Dr. Elias Ayub and Mrs. Murray Ayub. Please. Call your attention to the screen for a short video.
I've known Dr. Eli and Mira Ayub for over 30 years after I moved to Los Angeles. I've known them to be always ready to help in any way, dedicated, committed people. They were people who are committed to their faith, culture, and community. They came from Lebanon, and always Lebanon had a special place in their heart and mind. The beauty about it, they instilled that love and care in the heart and mind of their children as well.
Elias and Mireille have been doing so many good things, backing so many good and noble causes. So thank you, Elias and Mireille, for who you are and for what you have been doing.
I am honored to be here to pay special tribute to Dr. Ayub and Mireille for all that they have done to help so many people all across California, all across the United States, and in particular in Lebanon.
To speak of Dr. Elias Ayub is to embark on a real adventure. A man of science who joyfully devoted himself to medical sciences, and he excelled. A man of faith, enlightened faith, and deeply rooted in the spiritual heritage of the Maronite Church. His married life with a very dear Mireille is proverbial, a life together in renewed harmony and redoubled love.
Dr. Elias and Mireille Ayub, what a true gift from God it's been to know them, to have them cross my path, and to call them my dear friends.
لا بالنسبة لي أنا شخصياً كنت خيي، كنت أكثر من خي لي أنا، لأنه كنت القوة إلي بحزني، وكنت نفس القوة إلي يلي هي بفرحي وساعدتني وعطتني أمل. والأخير ما فينا إلا من نذكر ميراي والياس على العائلة الحلوة اللي عندهم. هاي العائلة الحلوة اللي عندهم اللي فخر الصناعة الوطنية الأيوبية.
I met Dr. Ayub back in 1976 in Cleveland, Ohio. 2 years later, he decided to get married. He went to Lebanon and met the beautiful Mireille, the lovely Mireille. He had a beautiful family, 5 kids, lovely, lovely, beautiful kids. He cared about his family and the extended family, and he championed all the causes that you can think of that are related to our beautiful Lebanon.
Being a patient now of his for nearly 20 years, I found myself to have the opportunity not just to have a very skilled physician, but rather a special friend whose interest in others goes far beyond. He's the kind of person that it makes you not only feel good to be around, but makes you so happy to know in your life.
We thank you for your commitment and dedication, and we wish you the best. May you inspire others to follow in your footsteps. God bless.
There is a saying, Lebanese saying, لو ما توافقوا ما ترافقوا. Hadn't they been alike, they wouldn't have been together. All the best.
So congratulations to Dr. Ayub and Mireille and to all the honorees for all that you do.
Dr. Elias and his wife Mireille, they bring glory to Lebanon abroad, and they bring glory to the United States and Los Angeles and the land of the cedars.
I say thank you for being such remarkable friends and examples to us all.
خليه إياه بالآخر إنه وراء كل رجل عظيم امرأة، وظابطة أكثر من الأرمني، وراء كل عظيم مرأة رجل.
I want to wish you health and happiness to you, Mireille, and the whole family. I love you guys.
Please welcome the Ayubs up to the stage, and Michelle as well. Michelle Mawad, please. Our dear friends, Mireille and I are truly honored to receive this recognition from the Renee Mawad Foundation. We thank Michelle Baik Mawad, Renee Mawad Foundation for what they have done in the past and for what they are doing right now. Our hearts are deeply with Lebanon and its people. When I left my hometown after high school to pursue my education here in the States, my late mom told me, "You know where you are going, but never forget where you came from." Those words have guided us throughout our journey in America, reminding us of our unwavering commitment to Lebanon. Our beloved country faces immense challenges: economic crisis, political turmoil, and renewed conflict. Our hearts bleed when we see innocent children getting killed. Our hearts bleed when we see a 12-year-old child carrying his own dead brothers in his own arms. Our heart bleeds when we see so many families get displaced. We salute those who have opened their hearts and hopes to help those in need. Every time we return to Lebanon, we witness the struggles of our people. We see elderly individuals who have lost their life savings and cannot afford their own medications. We see young men and women forced to abandon their education due to financial hardships. We see a father who has to make a choice which child to educate because he cannot afford to educate all his children. These realities weigh heavily on us, but amidst the pain, we also see incredible resilience and courage that define our nation. This award is not just for us. It belongs to all of you who have kept Lebanon in your hearts, to those who have donated, volunteered, or shared our story. Your efforts truly make a difference. We would especially like to congratulate Mike and Hania Al-Ahmar and Charlie Hanna for their remarkable achievements. Your dedication inspires us all and reminds us of the potential within our community. We are immensely grateful to all our friends who have traveled from near and far, from California, Cleveland, Akron, Florida, New York, and beyond to share this honor with us. Your presence here tonight makes this moment even more special. We like to thank all the people that participated in the video. We like to thank our good friend and for his leadership and friendship, Adib Assis. We also certainly like to thank Nadia Abu Rizq Asad for her hard work, professionalism, and patience with us during the last 2-3 months. Every morning when I wake up, I thank God for all our blessings. I like to thank the blessing of having my best wife in the world in Mireille. I like to thank her for her love, care, and understanding. She is God's gift to me. We are honored to have the most precious children, son-in-laws, and grandchildren in the world. They are our life and pride. We are honored to have the best friends in the world, and most of them are here tonight. As we accept this honor, Mireille and I renew our pledge to advocate for Lebanon. We believe in a future where our country stands as a beacon of hope and resilience in the Middle East. Let us leave here tonight with renewed determination to support Lebanon. Together, we can help our nation rise again. Thank you, and may God bless the Renee Maouad Foundation, and may God bless Lebanon and all its people. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. The Ayoubs are a very special family, and their children and grandchildren are very special people as well. Next, we're going to present the next award, the 2024 Outstanding Community Service Award to Charlie Hanna. Please direct your attention to the screen.
From a small town in Lebanon to the bustling cities of America, Charles Hanna has always carried his homeland with him. As the CEO of Cedars Foods, he has not only led a multi-billion-dollar company to great success, but also dedicated his life to giving back to the community that shaped him. Charles Hanna's commitment to his roots is evident in every step of his journey. In his hometown, he has been a beacon of hope, ensuring that future generations have the opportunities they deserve.
حسيت انه بلدي بحاجه لإلي، قررت اخذ المسؤوليه على عاتقي طالما الله عطيني ونحطهم بالمحل المضبوط. المحل المضبوط هو انه وقت الواحد بيلتفت لاهالي ضيعته وبيساعدهم، وما اجمل من الكنايس ومن المزار.
His efforts in rebuilding St. John's Church in Karka stand as a testament to his unwavering dedication to preserving the cultural and spiritual heritage of his homeland.
اللي صار بشعبنا الحبيب، العالم اللي بالفعل خسرت مصرياتها، ماني جاي شوف حالي وقول انه انا ام فورس ماجازين، بقى حولت هالبادجت بدل ما اعملها لحالي حملت على الاديوكيشن بالإوزاك تنساعد التلاميذ، لانه بعتبر انه الاديوكيشن از فيري امبورتنت. الشباب والصبايا اللبنانيه مش معقول شو اذكياء، مش معقول شو عندهم درايف بالنسبه للحياه.
His generous contributions to USIC University have opened doors for countless students, allowing them to pursue their dreams and build a better future. But his philanthropy doesn't stop there. When the devastating crises struck Lebanon, Charles was among the first to step up, providing supplies, aid, and food to those affected, helping them rebuild in their darkest hour. His support went beyond immediate relief. He personally contributed to the reconstruction efforts, helping to rebuild a building in the heart of the city.
ما في يبرم ظهري عن لبنان، اللي بيبرم ظهره عن لبنان بيكون للأسف نسي مين هو، ما حدا فيه ينسى مين هو.
Charles has also devoted substantial resources to the Lebanese army, spending well over $5 million to support their mission of protecting and serving the country. This unwavering commitment reflects his deep love for Lebanon and its people.
هيدا الجيش عنده مش بس القدرة، النزاهة، المحبة، اللي عنده عيال وبيترك عيلته وبيروح. انتوا الأبطال، انتوا لبنان، انتوا الواقفين على الطريق وعم تجاهدوا بحياتكم وتحموا لبنان وأهالي لبنان.
Beyond business and philanthropy, Charles's dedication to excellence extends into the world of sports. Honored at the American Embassy for 30 years of volleyball excellence, his leadership and passion for fostering teamwork have inspired many, both on and off the court. Charles has always believed that success is not measured by wealth alone, but by the impact one has on the lives of others. Through Cedars Foods, he has promoted Lebanese heritage on a global scale, reminding the world of the richness of his culture. His passion for giving back, for making a difference, has earned him the admiration of many, both in Lebanon and abroad.
يعني نحن بنفتخر انه لبنانية، بنفتخر انه بنعمل حمص على many flavors، بس كمان بنفتخر انه في شركة لبنانية اسمها سيدرز، عندك اكبر شركات العالم. They respect this company. عندهم offices بهالشركة. When they have a project, they contact Cedars.
Tonight, we honor not just a successful entrepreneur, but a true humanitarian. Charles Hanna's legacy of service and dedication to his community continues to inspire us all. It is with great pride that we celebrate his extraordinary contributions and the indelible mark he has left on our hearts.
Wonderful. Let's welcome to the stage Charlie Hanna's mother, Layla, and his uncle, Tanu Saad, as well as Michelle, please.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you so much for the honor you gave it to my son. And thank you for all of you who the one helping Lebanon. God bless Lebanon. I'm Charles' mother, and thank you so much. Yeah.
I'll try. Good evening, everyone. My nephew Charles and the Hanna family, the Tanous family, are very proud to accept this award. And he was unable to attend tonight and wanted to apologize for that and express his gratitude for this recognition. He thanks you sincerely and thanks everyone involved in recognizing me tonight for outstanding community service. It's truly an honor and lifetime accomplishment to receive this award from the Renee Mawad Foundation. I was unable to personally receive the award tonight due to the ongoing war on our beautiful country, the heavy flow of displaced people from targeted and decimated towns all around, taking shelter into towns like Karkha, our treasured town. My concern is Karkha needs me now to protect it from current or future harms. So he's not coming. Karkha is a town so dear to me. I built 2 churches, I rebuilt the roads, invested in maintaining its integrity and peace, and need to do everything in my power to keep its people safe at home and preserve Karkha. I'd like to take an opportunity to extend my greatest respect to USAID, LAF, and the RMF for all their effort in this crucial and existential time in Lebanon's history. I will pledge tonight an additional 50,000 into the RMF effort for Lebanon relief. And I ask everyone to join into this effort and help with rebuilding Lebanon. While I have not met Michel in person, my first phone interaction with him truly opened my eyes to what a generous, genuinely beautiful person he is. As the war began in Lebanon, Michel and I often chatted. His words made me feel like I have found a brother in him. Offering to host our family in his hometown if needed, this gesture had a true meaning to me, and knowing what I know about Michel's generosity and honesty, he is a true humanitarian. Michel, it's my honor to call you a friend, a brother, humbled to be your peer and stand by your side as Lebanon faces whatever is historically toughest times. I'm so proud to be Lebanese American and blessed to be considered a transformational community service leader in both countries. Growing up with a humble beginning, it was my dream to someday be blessed enough to make a difference and change lives. Through Cedars with Heart, which is my company's nonprofit initiative, we have supplied over 1 million pounds of food and millions of dollars into the Haverhill area community, into the transformational programs and initiatives to help those in need. Our family has also heavily invested in the welfare in Lebanon, continuing to make impactful strides to lift the country and change the living conditions for some of the most vulnerable citizens. And we ask everyone to join our efforts. I feel it's my responsibility to do what I'm doing, and I will continue to do it. Every day I thank God and for the parents I was blessed to have. My mother and my late father instilled values in our family and taught me that there is no better way to live than to give to others and help those in need. They have always been a living testimony of what it means to be true believers and community transformational leaders. It's about to end. It's been a privilege to be their son and follow their steps and continue the family legacy of giving in Lebanon and the US. They have dedicated a large part of their lives to help people in Lebanon and the US, and now my mother is continuing this effort after his passing. My mother, Layla, has dedicated her life to giving without no other reward than God's love. She generously feels that it's her duty and it's her responsibility to help others. And it's an absolute honor to dedicate this award to my mother. And in his words, Mom, you have been a hero amongst us, and I'm so proud to be your son. I thank you deep from my heart for what you have done and what you continue to do in our family and the world around, for our family and the world around us. God bless the United States and God save Lebanon.
I'd like just to intervene with a few words here. For those who probably did not understand what Charles implied by saying his village needs him. When the war started, Karkha is a village in southern Lebanon. He left the United States to go to his village because his presence there is, at the risk of their lives, is protecting his village from getting rocketed or rockets going from his village to Israel and his village being destroyed. So he stayed in the village to let the people stay on their land.
Our last award tonight, before we have a closing entertainment, goes to a couple who have been very instrumental to RMF and to so many Lebanese American organizations and to the cause of Lebanon. They can't quit giving. The two of them together are a superpower within our diaspora, and we're so grateful for their ever-present care and attention to the needs of the Lebanese people. We're even more grateful to count them as family and as friends, and they've been with us for many years now. It's my very great pleasure to introduce the recipients of this year's Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award to Mike and Hanya Ahmar. Please direct your attention to the screen.
I'm Tom Prislak, the president and CEO at the Cedars-Sinai Health System in Los Angeles. As one of the nation's leading healthcare organizations, it's vitally important that we have the best people here at Cedars-Sinai. That's never more true than when it comes to our board of directors, and I had the pleasure of meeting Mike and his wife, Anya, in 2017, when Mike became a member of our board of directors. In a very short amount of time, everyone here recognized his skills, including his leadership skills. And as a result of that, Mike has played a critical role leading several of our committees. All of us here at Cedars-Sinai have greatly valued Mike's contributions. You know, as I reflect on Mike and his contributions and interest to the community, it's not surprising that he's being honored by the Renee Molawad Foundation because of the foundation's commitment to social and economic development in Lebanon. And I think that captures the essence of Mike and his commitment to what he does here in Los Angeles as well. Not just at Cedars-Sinai, but throughout Los Angeles. In all of my interactions with Mike, he's all in with his intellect, with his integrity, and with his commitment. Every discussion I have with Mike ends with, just tell me how I can help in any way at any time. Having board members like that is truly invaluable.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations again to Mike and Hanya. My name is Dale Smith. I am the Dean of the College of Business Administration at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. So we've known now Mike and Hanya for about 5 or 6 years, and Hanya started with me when we became friends, and I got a chance to hear her life story. And then we asked her if she would teach in our Business for Good program. I also asked her to sit on my Dean's Advisory Council because I knew her story, her impact, the way she used her education and then became this amazing entrepreneur and business leader. She joins her husband in that expertise and that experience, and she is so committed to giving back. Here at LMU, we have a Center for Justice and Reconciliation, and oftentimes the center asks different faculty, different deans and directors to nominate community leaders, people that we refer to as the hidden heroes that give back to their communities, that transform both business and community. We made the decision to recommend that Hanya be awarded a hidden hero because of who she is and what she brings to both the classroom and to her community. Hidden heroes are those folks who aren't necessarily looking for publicity. They're not out to gain awards or to pepper their resume. She is so modest talking about what she does because she doesn't do it for the award. She does it because it's who she is. And I think that's what's always struck me as such a powerful impact in terms of transforming individuals, communities, and organizations. So when somebody asks me, who is able to do that in a powerful way? Who is able to transform communities, organizations, the people that she impacts, whether they be students or her work colleagues, Hanya always comes to mind. In fact, several years ago, we also awarded her with an alumni award for Beta Gamma Sigma. Now, Beta Gamma Sigma is the Business Honor Society. It's the largest honor society honoring business leaders and business students across the world. The Beta, Gamma, and Sigma stand for three things. Beta stands for honor, Gamma is wisdom, and Sigma is earnestness. And when you think about what those three words mean, Hanya immediately comes to mind.
Hello everyone, my name is Kristen Crowley and I am the proud fire chief of the Los Angeles City Fire Department. I'm so honored to be able to speak about Mike and Hanya today with you. My experience with Mike is specific, and that's to the Los Angeles Fire Foundation. Now, Mike has been part of our Fire Foundation as a board member for the past 8 years. And in fact, the past 5 years, he's been our chair. And because of Mike's dedication, commitment, and really sacrifice of his time, he has helped raise over $20 million for the foundation. Where that $20 million comes in is it helps with our firefighters with basic tools, personal protective gear, as well as just overall health, safety, and well-being of our firefighters. That $20 million goes a long way. He actually helped fund a light-duty helicopter for our fire department. Mike has done such an incredible job for us, and I just cannot thank him enough for his sacrifice and commitment. Every time I see Mike, he's got a smile. He's so humble. In the end, when I come to him, I look him straight in the eye and say, Mike, we need help. The fire department needs this. He looks me straight back and says, Chief, you got it. So it's an honor to know him, and I'm so very humbled that he's helping us and assisting us with our tools and equipment.
Good evening. I'm Ed Gabriel, president of the American Task Force on Lebanon. I've known Mike and Hanya Amr for more than a decade as we work together on mutual efforts to strengthen the U.S.-Lebanon relationship. You know, if I had to describe Hanya in one sentence, I would say she's the person you would want at the other end of your rope. She's driven by kindness, honesty, and loyalty, and a person who wants to give more than she gets. For those of us who know Hanya, we know that she likes to work behind the scenes. But we also know that she's that engine underneath the hood that drives success and accomplishment in everything she does. For instance, in the raising and education of her children, as president of a growing real estate company, in her many charities, ATFL, RMF, and as a professor of accounting and entrepreneurship at Chapman University, where she affects the lives of so many young students. You know, in all that Hanya does, I see that she is driven by the power of education, by the power to live, learn, and grow, and a duty to give back to her community. You know, I think this drive in Hanya is anchored, quite frankly, in having suffered through the civil war in Lebanon and knowing that a good education creates freedom. And once you have that education, no one can take it away from you. That's Hanya. And let me end by saying behind every successful woman is a successful man. In this case, I know that Hanya has found a partner for life in Mike, and they are creating a wonderful journey together. A journey that everyone in this room looks forward to sharing with you.
Good evening. My name is Philip Stolzis. I'm chairman of the board of Lebanese American University. I met Mike Ahmar in 2007 when he began serving on Lebanese American University's boards, and met Hanya shortly thereafter, because if you meet one Ahmar, you meet the other, as they are the collaborative working couple par excellence. From the beginning, I thought of them as exemplars of the Lebanese diaspora, which is Lebanon's gift to humanity. And Mike and Hanya are part of the reason that this can still happen, as their family foundation has funded many young Lebanese students over the last quarter century. In addition to providing scholarships to students in Los Angeles, Hanya, who has a demanding enough career running the complex operations of the family real estate business, teaches a celebrated business and finance course twice a week at Chapman University. So here we are talking about spending time with young students, transferring knowledge, providing a role model, mentoring, giving of oneself. And from what I can tell, Hanya students adore her. The Ahmar's ethos is to serve the community in which they live. And for them, there are two, Lebanon and California, both better because of the Ahmars, their generosity and their service.
I'm Henrik Kronqvist, and I'm the Dean of the Arger School of Business and Economics at Chapman University. And I'm thrilled to be able to celebrate Hanya and Mike Amar today. They have played such an important role with us here at Chapman, being supporters in many different ways. First of all, Hanya, thank you so much for all the teaching that you have done for our students in finance and accounting. Not necessarily the most exciting topics, but you've made it fun and engaging, and the students, they just love it. They love your skills, your expertise, but also your personality. You're very approachable. The second thing, guys, is that you have been great supporters for our new master program in real estate, and you have really helped shape it by introducing our students to folks in your network, by being financial supporters, by shaping the curriculum. So Hanya and Mike, I'm really blessed to be part of your celebration and wish you all the best for the future.
Congratulations, Mike and Hanya, for this much-deserved award.
Congratulations, Hanya and Mike, for this award from the Renee Mowat Foundation.
So on behalf of our 3,779 both sworn and civilian members of the Los Angeles City Fire Department, congratulations to Mike and Hanya. We are so appreciative of you. You're both amazing human beings, and we cannot wait to see what we're able to accomplish together. Thank you.
Mike and Hanya, congratulations on this very well-deserved award. I couldn't think of two people who are more deserving given all that you do and all the ways that you give back, not just to your family, but to the local community, to business, in so many sectors that make the world a better place, and on a global and international level, the contributions you make. The world needs more Mike and Hanyas.
So Mike and Hanya, it's just a pleasure to be a part of this event. I now understand why we run into each other on the same flight to Washington, D.C. Several times over the years. And so I'll look forward to those opportunities going forward as well. See you at the airport.
Please welcome the Ahmars to the stage. And Michelle, of course.
Together? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, tell me the picture. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Hanya, you're very impressive. I can tell you. That's my first time watching the video, and I'm impressed. So. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to tonight's honorees, Dr. Yes Ayub and Mireille Ayub. We're proud to be your friends. And also Mr. Charlie Hanna. My wife Hanya and I are deeply grateful for the work that the RMF does and its continued dedication to our beloved Lebanon, especially with the challenges and adversity it faces now. We believe that the aid the RMF provides is vital, impactful, and truly necessary, and that Lebanon needs our collective support now more than ever. We are grateful to be here with you tonight, and I'm proud to be part of the RMF family. Finally, this is a special week for my family, as it marks our 30th year wedding anniversary, and it's very special because Hanya's birthday tonight, so happy birthday, Hanya. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. We love you, Hanya. Thank you, everybody.
Well, world, there's only one thing standing between us and the bar, and that's good entertainment. So let me just say, upon closing, before we ask Aziza to come up, God bless Naila Mawad. God bless you, Michelle. And God bless the good work that you're doing for Lebanon. Thank you very much. Aziza?
Thank you. We're going to end with two beautiful songs. Songs about hope وأمل. Again, تحية للبنان الحلو والقوي. Thank you. Thank you for tonight. Ready. Clap your hands. Sing with me. الشمس بتبكي عالباب وما تحكي يحكي هوا بلادي خدني خدني على بلاد نسم علينا الهوى يا هوى دخل الهوى خدني على بلاد دوركم يا هوى دخل الهوى خدني على بلادي خدني على بلادي Thank you. Thank you. Last one.
خلي واخضر اكتر هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان وهل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان ويا سنود اللبناني شدي معنا وعالدبكة وعالغنية رجعنا هو نحنا صفينا النية والله معنا دبكتنا إنسانية وعونة إخوان هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان راجع يتعمر راجع لبنان راجع متحلي واخضر أكتر ما كان راجع متخلي واخضر أكتر ما هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان وهل يابا دبكتنا عونة إخوي صورة ومضمون صورتنا همي ونخوة تفرح العيون فيها البسمة بتضوي القلب المحزون بعيون الغاصب قوة هد العدوان هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان راجع يتعمر راجع لبنان راجع متحلي واخضر أكتر وراجع يتعمر راجع لبنان راجع متحلي واخضر أكتر ما كان هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان وهل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان هل يابا وهل يابا راجع لبنان
Thank you. شكرا. Thank you.